We picked the only day where they close at 1. Alternative tourist board. What does that mean? And I love this, what they did with the lamps, with the flowers on it. It really looks neat. What I'm going to show you in this video is another town on Island Hvar called Stari Grad. Where we are standing now is a part of the history of Stari Grad. It's called the Stari Grad Plain. It's a UNESCO site. What's so special about this? Basically, Stari Grad was founded by the Greeks around 400 years before Christ. And Greeks coming from the island of Pharos moved here. And that's also why Stari Grad at the beginning was called Pharos. And what they did out here was, in this area which is called the Stari Grad Plain, they made basically parcels which was used for ancient Greek agriculture. And what is very special about this is there's 75 known parcels out here, and all of them is the same size, roughly 16 hectares or 40 acres. As far as I spoke with a historian, Ivica, he told me, I think the measurement was 900 by 180 meters for each of the parcels, and there's 75 known, and they are basically the best preserved anywhere, showing how Greek agriculture was done, how they did divide the field. And today this area is still the biggest agricultural area on anywhere on the Croatian islands. When the Greek came here, they were first to use this to grow wheat and other things. Later, the whole area was mostly used for growing wine. Today, there's some wine, but it's more, a mix. There's a lot of olive trees also, and there's small gardens where people grow salad and other vegetables for their households. As this is a part of Stari Grad, it was important to get it into video. We're going to continue the video in the city, so you're also going to see the town of Stari Grad. So now we are basically at the center of Stari Grad. So, and I just wanted to show you, although it's a small city, there's actually a green market up here. So if you want to buy some really fresh vegetables, you can find them here, of course. Now it's in the afternoon, so one is already closing down. It's of course best if you're a morning person. And then you have a few souvenir shops. If you miss some stuff for the beach, you can get it here. And then you have tourist information if you're looking for something particular you need to know. So, and this is basically the end of the bay, the long Stari Grad Bay. 2 kilometers out, you have the ferry port. And what we're going to do today is going to walk on this side over here, because that's basically the main seaside promenade. On this side here, there's not that much to see. This is mainly houses, and then you have some hotel resorts further out. We might go out there also, but I think we're going to concentrate on this side because this is a really nice part. So let's go over there. And of course, it was not always a Greek settlement. When the Romans came and conquered, along the coast in Croatia and the areas, they also conquered this part, so it became also a Roman settlement from around, I think, year 200 before Christ or something like that. And then, of course, during the history, it had the same, change of rulers, similar to what you would see from other historical towns like Split, Dubrovnik and these kind of things. When the Venetians was here and all the other rulers who were present in this area, they of course also, most of them became rulers of Stari Grad. Here they have this interesting ice cream. I might look into that a little bit later today. And of course today main income probably from Stari Grad, or the main income is tourism. Everything you will find here is basically, adjusted to that situation. Really nice building. Nice. Colette. And if you're on sailing holiday, as you will see a little bit further out, lots of boats come here to Stari Grad. Lots of them go into the harbor here or into the port, but you also have lots of them located further out in the bay because there's lots of well-protected small bays. People with boats would look for something like that. But also here, like in Jelsa, the vibe you get is holiday. I think this is the main square in the old town. Really nice. They still have some of these, I don't know what the type of that palm is, but that's the one which got hit by a disease many places in Dalmatia some years ago, but it looks like all of them survived here. So good. So what's that? Is that the fourth ice cream selling place in 200 meters or something like that? Yeah. Vala restaurant looks pretty good. Haven't tried it. And I love this, what they did with the lamps, with the flowers on it. It really looks neat. And you also have the palms out here, so summer vibe. Garden restaurant, Velomisto. See, look, really, think about how nice you could make this building. Okay, you need to spend some money, but possible it would be. So for now it's really marina feeling. And also here, I think up there you have showers and all this stuff for the boat people. Toilets. So now we are almost at the end of the seaside promenade. So you see, it's not a huge place, but I think also only around 1,800 people live in Stari Grad year round. So of course you're not going to find miles or kilometers of seaside promenade. So this one is now a really nice heritage hotel. And I think this is the villa. We will just go around and then see it. So we could go 1.5 kilometers out in this direction, follow the seaside path here, and we would end up at the ferry port, but we're not gonna do that today because we have another video where the ferry port is already in. So, but just for you to know, what I wanted to show you is this building here was the house or home of Sime Ljubic. I think he was he an author or a poet or something like that? Yeah. And he has a mausoleum here. So here, look how nice they made it here, the Heritage Hotel. Really neat. Apollon. And of course you have plenty of tours if you're deciding to go here on holiday. You know, you don't have to stay here all the time. There's plenty of tours. You can go around, see various things on the island. You have quad tours out here, just outside here in the entrance of the city. You have Crow Quad, which, where you can get on some amazing quad tours. You have lots of other things offered, so you can combine the days here or, do different things here. You're not, obligated to stay only here. Now we're gonna see if we can go and visit some of the smaller streets in the older part of town. And I actually wanted to, there's a special part up at the end. I wanted to see if we can find it, where apparently I haven't been there yet, but there's supposed to be some parts of some Greek remains, wall remains or something like that. So we will see if we can manage to find that. Bougainville. Love it. Like when we were in Trebon, wood is the same thing is recognizable here. Everything is kept neat, nice. Tourism is an important part of the economy. They usually, try to keep it really, really nice, at least in the central part of town. You see no graffiti, or anything like that, really, really neat. So now we're down on the central square, which we saw from the river before, but now we're just at the back end of it. So we were walking out here to the left before, and you see the palms there, but this time we're gonna stay in this part. And here, of course, if you have a few coins, probably you can wish stuff. I kind of have a hunch it's this way, but I'm not sure. So, and as we are exploring, sometimes you end up the right place, other times you just have to go back and search a bit more. I kind of think we are going the right way. I wonder if that would have been a monastery. It's a museum. I don't think it can be that one, no. Well, the place was actually pointed out to me, but the problem was when it was pointed out, I was on a viewing point 270 meters above. When you get down on the ground, walking around, it doesn't seem quite the same as you saw from up there, but I know it was very close to the church, so I think we're not awfully far away.
A few moments later.
Maybe we are not the right place. So let's go down back in the old town and then we'll see. I will check it out and maybe we can go up there with the car. But look again how nice it is. No dirt, no nothing, just super clean, super nice. So many small lit streets. Plenković, Konova, Faria. So now we found one of the neat small street. Let's go this way. Alternative tourist board. What does that mean? Antique. Really nice shop. Everywhere, there's something, concept store and more. Specialty coffee, breakfast. Wow, I just love it, so neat. Do you think there's a restaurant? Yeah, probably is. Restaurant, wide bar, yeah. Another nice square. Beautiful. Turk score. Fjaka, eller pomalo. Here, look how nice. Look how nice. Really nice. Should we just go up here? I just want to see. Lavanda. So we actually managed to find the place. It's called Pharos, and believe it or not, when we were close to the church, or the one I assumed was a monastery, it was a monastery, and we were 200 meters from this place. It was just a problem, I have only seen it, as I mentioned, from above, so I don't know if it's open, but apparently what you see in there is some archeological findings, walls. You see they're digging them out. It seems very close to me. Maybe it's just wrong timing. We picked the only day where they close at 1. Normally they're open till 3:30, but we were not lucky. But I think maybe with the footage here from outside, we can see enough. So this is basically, as Ivica, the historian, told me, that some of these walls are all the way back from when the Greek were here, and that's also probably why it has the name Pharos, which was the original name of the city Stari Grad. Now we're back in the car. We're gonna drive out on the other side of the bay. Where I said before that we are not going to walk over there, now we're just going to drive over there, so you can have, you can see basically how it looks like. There's supposed to be the most popular beach of the town, so we will see if we can find that one. If not, yeah, bad luck, but we'll give it a shot. You see, this is exactly where we started the video today. As I didn't see another sign, I assume we are still on the right way, and I can see we are following the bay, so seems reasonable. On the way down, let's see if this is actually the beach I was told about. Looks pretty nice. maybe not the best with the wind today. So this supposedly it looks like a concrete, mainly beach. And over there there's some pebble. Yeah, pebble at the end. So this is the main beach area of Stari Grad. With the bay here. And here you have all the boats anchoring up. And actually it's more or less opposite to the ferry port. I mean, we have the ferry port over there. So we must be around 1.5–2 kilometers out from the center on this side. Anyway, we will head back to the center and conclude the video when we get there. So now we are back, more or less back where we started the video. So I hope this small tour around gave you an idea about Stari Grad. Also, I hope you enjoyed seeing what we showed from Stari Grad Plain. So if you like the video, please give it a like. Go to our channel. We have plenty of videos from Island Hvar, from other places in Croatia. So please subscribe, and till the next one. Thank you very much.